Right now at noon, an investigation is underway after a T-Mobile store is broken into. What authorities are saying at this hour. Plus, President Biden and former President Trump hit the campaign trail once again. Why Biden continues to deal with questions on his re-election bid. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Spreiter. We begin with an update to breaking news from the Janesville Fire Department on a recent apartment fire. In a press release, the department says the fire was accidental in nature. It happened Monday afternoon on East Racine Street. The precise cause of the fire has been identified, but due to ongoing discussions with insurance companies, specific details are being withheld at this time. No one was hurt as a result of the fire. That apartment is being fenced off at this time for safety reasons. Those without a home are getting help from the American Red Cross. Right now, Sun Prairie police are investigating a suspected break-in at a T-Mobile store. Officers were called to the store at Prairie Lakes Drive early this morning. They found the store's windows shattered. We spoke with one employee on the scene about what happened.
I mean, it just really changes like Prairie Lakes. I mean, essentially, this is probably one of the first break-ins around this district, so just a weird experience for all of us.
The employee says the incident won't affect customers and the store remains open today. Police say they'll release a news release on the incident soon. A Boscobel man is dead after drowning in a private pond overnight. It happened in the town of Marion in Grant County. First responders were called to the pond near the intersection of Highway 61 and County Highway T just before 10 last night. Aaron King was swimming in a pond on a farm with friends when he went under. Other swimmers tried to save King but were not able to. The swimmers were able to notify a passerby who called 911. King's body was recovered by members of the Boscobel and Rural Fire Department. Temperatures are starting to warm up as we head towards the weekend. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. I'm feeling that humidity out there today, Kelly.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to increase actually throughout the week going into the weekend, and you'll really notice it by this weekend, especially when temperatures hit the 90s. But feeling very typical for this time of the year. Take a look at Lake Mendota. It looks like a mirror or a glass, as they don't have much wind out here either. So yeah, it looks pretty nice out there on Lake Mendota here at the noon hour. We are looking at some showers and storms off to the west right now over Minnesota. This is a really weak disturbance that may trigger some showers and storms, especially in southwestern Wisconsin this afternoon. Can't rule out one in the Madison area, but they would be very isolated. But right now it is quiet here locally. All the remnants from what was Beryl has moved on out of the state, and we are looking at a partly sunny sky. Our future track does pick up a couple of isolated storms firing up, but once again, these are going to be very brief and very isolated, and the better chances will be to the west as we get toward the rush hour. As I mentioned, the humidity is starting to creep up. The dew point temperatures generally in the low to mid 60s, but it could be a little bit closer to 70 going into the weekend. So we'll look at some widely scattered late afternoon and evening showers and storms. Those should come to an end after dark. Low to mid 80s through Friday, so pretty typical for this time of July. Warm temperatures, but really heating up. Already by Saturday, some locations getting very close to 90, and all of us likely to be in the low 90s by Sunday. Right now it's 81 in Madison, 80 in Middleton, so it is a typical July day. 81 with a light north wind at 5 as temperatures will likely be in the 80s throughout the afternoon. We'll talk more about the chains of storms today and also that heat that's going to be building for the weekend coming up.
Hard to complain when we really haven't seen a lot of summer heat this year.
Yeah, I mean, with all the rain that we had, it's hard to really heat up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Well, we are just 5 days out from the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Delegates are set to vote on the party's controversial 2024 platform. Immigrant rights groups are criticizing the party's proposals on how to handle immigration and the border. The 16-page document calls for the largest deportation operation in American history. The document does not offer specifics on how the GOP plans on executing that strategy, but it does use language referring to migrants as illegal aliens and calling the crisis at the border an invasion. Immigrant rights group Voce Hasta La Frontera Action responded to the document in a statement saying it strongly condemns the Republican National Committee's racist and anti-immigrant platform, which echoes Donald Trump's extreme policy agenda and record. This simplistic document reflects Trump's bigotry and tone and perpetuates a series of misleading statements. News 3 Now will have crews in Milwaukee every day, morning and night during the convention's 4-day run. Our team will be bringing you the latest coverage. You can follow along right here on air and find additional coverage on our website, channel3000.com. President Biden has a full schedule today, meeting with union leaders and hosting the NATO summit. This comes as questions surrounding his re-election bid persist within his own party. As Natalie Brand reports, President Trump is also taking advantage of the apparent discord among Democrats.
Distinguished guests, welcome to the 2024 NATO summit. President Joe Biden in full voice kicked off the NATO summit Tuesday night in Washington. The annual meeting is expected to have a big focus on Ukraine.
Make no mistake, Ukraine can and will stop Putin.
Biden's forceful tone comes as his White House, campaign, and allies on Capitol Hill
We're riding with Biden.
push back against concerns from within the party that he's not strong enough to win another term. The latest, Colorado Senator Michael Bennet. New Jersey Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill Tuesday urged Biden to lead through a process toward another nominee.
Advocating as strongly as possible that we have someone that can really take that case strongly and energetically to the voters.
I think he is energetically and effectively addressing those concerns.
In Florida, former President Donald Trump back on the campaign trail for the first time in over a week, poked at Biden's struggles.
He's a very bad guy. Don't feel sorry for him.
Trump teasing a possible running mate ahead of next week's convention.
They probably think I'm going to be announcing that Marco's going to be vice president. I don't know. Because that's a lot of press.
All as his former VP slammed the Republican Party's newly approved platform, which makes no mention of a decades-long call for a national abortion ban. Mike Pence calling the change a, quote, profound disappointment to the millions of pro-life Republicans. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut adding his voice to Democratic lawmakers worried about Joe Biden's presidential run, telling reporters he is deeply concerned about the president's re-election bid. Well, happening tonight, it is week 3 of Concerts on the Square. Native American singer-songwriter Bill Miller will be performing along with violinist Jane Story. The concert starts tonight at 7 on the King Street corner. Remember, you can start putting your blankets out to save those spots on the Capitol lawn at 3 this afternoon. News 3 Now is your proud sponsor. You can catch our team coverage on the Square starting on Live at 4, along with our news at 5 and 6. Looking ahead, next week's performance is Trumpet Squared. Still ahead for us on a Wednesday afternoon, shares of Apple set a new milestone, plus why a bank is getting hit with a multi-million-dollar fine.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Refresh your space with Mohawk's amazing tile selection. Choose from over 350 tile options. Crafted glass ceramic tiles are just 99 cents each after rebate. Shop our selection of window images window treatments. 2-inch cordless white faux wood blinds are room darkening for light control and privacy. Just $21.99 after 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, Pro Adjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
What? No, these have at least a few hundred years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
At Precision, we want to be your trusted advisor. Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door, next year, the year after that. Here at Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Save big at WISC Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
At WISC Furniture ETC.
Shares of Apple set a new milestone on Tuesday. The stock, which is up more than 30% in price since April, is now valued at a market capitalization of $3.5 trillion. It's the first company to reach that level. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau slapped Fifth Third Bank with a $20 million fine. The agency says Fifth Third Bank allegedly forced auto loan customers to buy unnecessary car insurance policies and in some cases repossess their vehicles when they defaulted. And DoorDash says it's cracking down on dangerous delivery drivers and will remove them from the service after complaints in a number of cities. Boston officials said in a letter last month that they were seeing an increase in the unlawful and dangerous operation of motorcycles, mopeds, and motorized scooters by delivery workers. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. Another green day here. The Dow up 209 points, NASDAQ up 162, and the S&P 500 up 33 this afternoon. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Remember, you can call for action 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking the first warn forecast. Then later today on Live at 4, we are live for the third concerts on the square this summer season.
What's up? You need some windows?
Howdy. Oh, you need windows, yes you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts? Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast. Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
People who are at their best get their beauty rest. Introducing the new Beauty Rest Black Inner Spring at Steinhoffel's. This mattress combines sleep climate technology that transfers heat away from the body and triple-stranded pocketed coil technology to give you the most advanced support system in a mattress ever. Right now, get the new Beauty Rest Black for only $59 per month, plus get up to $300 in Steinhoffel's cash. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Tashana Arnold and I go off once again. Then the animals put us on edge.
Yeah, you can touch your head.
That's okay.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. Milwaukee hosts the Republican National Convention, and News 3 Now brings you team coverage as Battleground Wisconsin grabs the national spotlight. Campaign 2024 GOP convention coverage live from Milwaukee, starting Monday on News 3 Now. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Farm Babe Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. You staying cool over there, Pam?
You know, honestly, standing under these lights, I get a little sweaty, but it doesn't. I got to get used to it. I mean, like we've been talking about all week, it's county fair season. This is expected. Jefferson County Fair gets started today. I think it's kind of cute how they're trying to use some normally unused space out at Jefferson County Fair Park to draw folks' attention into the fair. Today, for example, it's Farm Truck Day, which means there could be a lot of assortment of colors, styles, and various shades of rust that they might see being pulled into that spot. But it's all about bringing people together with different themes. Angie Chopin, who is the event manager, said that really they just wanted to use the space, put something of interest there. So today it's the farm trucks. They'll have a market day, a craft day. They also have a Veterans Day, a Heroes Day where they'll be using that space. They've got Tractor Day coming up on Saturday, Classic Car Day on Sunday. So if those are things that speak to you, try to get out to the Jefferson County Fair Park. Their fair begins today. Sauk County Fair in Baraboo is underway. I'll see you there on Saturday about 1 o'clock for their youth livestock auction. Tomorrow, the Lodi Agricultural Fair begins. I want to remind you that's free admission for that one. And Lafayette County Fair in Darlington also getting underway. Another thing about the Jefferson County Fair, you know, some of our fairs are trying to deal with the possibility of high-path avian influenza, not just in birds, but also our dairy cattle. So Jefferson took some measures to allow for dairy exhibitors to take out their lactating cows, because now you have to test them before you can move them, and bring a dairy heifer, or they can do a virtual show video and still get a full refund or bow out. So Jefferson County really trying to flex to make sure that biosecurity is a #1 concern for not only those that have animals, but also those that are attending the fair. So kudos to them. We'll be kind of following up with other fairs to find out how they're addressing that situation. Today in Chicago, the barrel cheese stands still at $1.94. 40-pound block cheese, that's up 1/4 cent at $1.97. Whoops, there goes butter, down 3.5 today, still at $3.10.5 per pound. So yeah, we've covered the Jefferson County Fair. Like I said, I'll be at Sauk County Fair. Keep an eye out for Elizabeth Schoenberg. She's going to be at the Lodi Fair for us tomorrow. So staff is scattered. But we all sweat in unison.
Yes, we do. Meanwhile, I have the Wisconsin State Fair teasing me on cream puffs already. So that season's right around the corner, too. It's crazy.
Wade in. Tell them you need multiple samples.
Of course. I'm always eating, especially in the 608. All right, Pam, you stay cool.
See you later.
Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. First, our meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. Kind of a typical summery afternoon here for the July, the middle of July. We are looking at even warmer weather, so a lot of us are going to try to stay cool as we go into the weekend. So the remnants of Beryl now well on to the east. We're kind of in between systems. A weak system right now rotating across Minnesota is producing some clouds. You can kind of see the spin up in those clouds. That's producing some showers and storms out there. A lot of that will be staying to the west of Madison, but we can't rule out some widely scattered later afternoon or evening showers or storms. These will be very isolated. We're not expecting a whole lot, mainly to the west of Madison. Low to mid 80s, though, so it's going to be pretty seasonable for this time of July. But then the heat comes in this weekend. Already by Saturday, some locations could be up close to 90, and I think everybody will likely be in the 90s on Sunday. All right, we have a pretty nice afternoon. Not a lot of wind out there on Lake Mendota at the noon hour. 82 expected today. What a typical July forecast for this time of the year. 82 is the average, and our low tonight down to 63. So pretty seasonable temperatures, but we do have the humidity. It's nothing outrageous right now, but definitely noticeable humidity here in the Madison area. Starting to see a little bit more humidity out there along the Mississippi River. A lot of times that humidity does kind of pool in those river valleys. So our comfort meter generally sticky to uncomfortable dew points that we have now. But I think by this weekend, those dew points will be flirting with 70, maybe even in the low 70s for some. So it may become not only uncomfortable, but oppressive. Anytime you get that dew point above 70, that's when you have to be a little bit cautious. All right, our temperatures in the low 80s today, as mentioned, pretty seasonable, maybe a little bit cooler to the east. Maybe get a little bit of a lake breeze coming in off of Lake Michigan, but I think most of us in the low 80s today. And you do see a couple of these showers popping up. Once again, not real widespread, but most of these west of Madison out there in parts of Grant County along the Mississippi River. Can't rule out an isolated shower here in Madison down toward Janesville. That system will be rotating down there in northeastern Iowa, so that'll be skirting parts of Grant County, Platteville area for the afternoon and evening hours. And then everything starts to move down to the south as we go after about 10 o'clock or so. So as mentioned, we're going to get really hot this weekend. And that heat that's been out west, well, basically for several weeks, it's going to expand to the east across much of the country. That'll be including us for the upcoming weekend as the jet stream lifts well up to the north. And that heat will be with us into early next week. It does not look like it will continue into Tuesday and Wednesday, though. See some of that cooler air lurking up to the north. We'll get a cold front that'll drop those temperatures a little bit closer to average as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But you can see our 6 to 10 day outlook. Much of the country expecting above average temperatures, and the heat continues out west. All right, 81 right now in Madison, 83 in Lone Rock, 81 in Janesville, 78 over there in Watertown, and across Dane County we got 79 in Sun Prairie, 80 currently in Stoughton. All right, our first warm forecast, some widely scattered showers and storms, the better chances to the west of Madison this afternoon. Mainly dry, as mentioned, but just may have to run for cover. 83 tomorrow, even slimmer chances, maybe an isolated shower or storm tomorrow and Friday. Then comes the heat, close to 90 Saturday. If not Saturday, we'll definitely be there on Sunday. We do have better chances of some showers and storms. These will be mainly late afternoon and evening showers and storms on Sunday and Monday. And then we have that cold front that'll drop our temperatures out of the 90s back in the 80s. And we may only be in the 70s by Thursday and Friday of next week.
Wow, quite the swing. All right, Kelly, thank you. Well, speaking of that heat, summer is the season of sweat, and to beat the side effects that can come with it, more people are reaching beyond underarms to whole body deodorant solutions. Bradley Blackburn shows us the booming new product category.
It's a product flying off store shelves that many don't talk about.
Want to know a secret? More than just my armpits stink. That's why I use Secret whole body deodorant everywhere.
Secret is just one of the big brands now selling deodorant for the entire body. Dove, Old Spice, and others now jumping into a category created by a startup called Lumi.
For under boob, tummy folds, thigh folds, butt cracks, even feet. A little goes a long way.
Maybe you've seen the raw ads on TV or TikTok from their founder, Dr. Shannon Klingman, a gynecologist who invented the product in her kitchen.
Any place where we have skin touching skin, there's a potential for odor.
Dan Griffiths is Lumi's president. Sales grew to more than $300 million last year, and the company has now added a full body line geared to men. But the core customer is female.
We do have a pretty large following among women aged 35 to 55.
This full body boom echoes how underarm deodorant was popularized decades ago.
That's why I always use Stop It spray deodorant.
First convincing women and later men that odor was an embarrassment.
But does this really work on men?
You're doggone right it does.
One of the best ways to, make us do a thing or change our behavior is to create a social taboo about it.
Sarah Everts wrote the book on the history of sweat. She's not surprised full-body products are popular, but questions whether they're necessary.
You might as well just wear perfume and try and complement your body odor.
Whether driven by ads or by real need, it's clear more bodies are using it.
Do you think there's more room to grow here?
We see lots of opportunity.
Inspiration from perspiration as more companies promise to stop the stink. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Dermatologists CBS News spoke with say you don't need to use deodorant where you don't have odor. They also advise using these products with caution because deodorants can irritate sensitive skin. Well, when we come back at noon, Howard is featuring a Midwest dish in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Would you ever think about putting a pie in your pocket? Well, that's what made today's recipe so popular. You'll see what I'm talking about.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Nobody wants to replace the roof, but these days many roofs are only lasting 10 to 15 years, costing you tens of thousands of dollars. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. RoofMax treatments started early enough can extend the life of your roof by 15 years or more. And even if you think your roof is at the end of its life, 90% of the time, RoofMax can extend the life of your roof by 5 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. So give us a call and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan members. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible to enroll today. Unsure if you're eligible? Our licensed insurance agents can help. Just call the number on your screen today. Medicare Advantage plans cover everything in original Medicare Parts A and B while offering coverage for additional benefits. With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans, you could get no-cost essential extras you might not expect. These plans may include allowances for dental, vision, hearing, assistive devices, or even money for healthy groceries. That's not all, though. You could also get an allowance to help pay for utility costs like gas, electric, water, or sewer. It can even be used towards internet and cellular providers. Explore 2024 Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras in your zip code by calling today. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible. Essential extras could even include transportation to plan-approved destinations. But you won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. You have to call to see if you're eligible to enroll. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to offer these special no-cost Medicare Advantage plan benefits that help provide comfort and convenience to make everyday life easier. Don't miss out. Call Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield today to explore 2024 Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras. If you're new to Medicare, on Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible.
Call 800-694-1143. 800-694-1143. That's 800-694-1143.
As our week-long tribute to our country's best regional favorites continues, our focus today is the Midwest. And although there are many specialties that go hand in hand with this region, the one that I thought you'd love the most are these meat pies. You see, they became popular when miners began bringing them to work in their pockets, since the crust was sturdy enough to hold everything. To make them, we start by sauteing ground beef along with some chopped carrot and onion. Once the meat is browned, we toss in some diced potatoes and season it with a little garlic powder, salt, and pepper. After this cooks for a bit, in goes some shredded cheddar cheese. Next, we spoon some of our filling onto the center of a pie crust that we cut into 4-inch circles. These get brushed with beaten egg before folding them in half and sealing the edges. Once they're baked, they're ready to bring to work as is. Or how about drizzling them with a little gravy to make them extra dinner time special? It's easy to see what makes these so popular. The combination of the meat and veggie filling, along with the flaky crust, is incredible. To get the recipe for our Michigan meat pastries, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a comforting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Meteorologist Callie Slifka with a final look at your first warn weather.
Yeah, pretty typical July afternoon underway. We are looking at partly sunny skies. Not much wind out there, but temperatures pretty seasonable for this time of the year. Can't rule out a couple of showers or storms far up, mainly to the west, but even toward Madison. Here we're at 4 o'clock. It indicates an isolated shower, more likely toward Grant County, over there toward Platteville. As we go through the evening hours, and a lot of that will dissipate after sunset. Even a slimmer chance of a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow and Friday. We really heat up this weekend, close to 90 Saturday, well in the 90s Sunday. Those will be late afternoon, evening showers and storms. It looks like that heat will come to an end by Monday as a cold front arrives later in the Monday. That'll bring us some much cooler weather, maybe only in the 70s by Thursday and Friday of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Make it a great afternoon.
Need help?